welcome to today's broadcast of Lumberjack Baseball here on KOFE 1240, your home for Lumberjack Sports. We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors and hope that you'll do the same. Without them, these broadcasts wouldn't be possible. Now, without further delay, we're going to take you to the field where Tim Parrish is going to bring you the pregame show and the play-by-play. Enjoy the game and go Lumberjacks!
And welcome, Lumberjack fans. Tim Parrish here at the American Legion Ball Fields as your St. Mary's Lumberjacks get set to host the Orofino Maniacs in a league matchup in game number one. It is a doubleheader. Second game will be more or less the younger players getting in there and getting a chance to get some good game time, I guess you could say. And it's a pretty nice day here for some baseball action. Temperature currently right around 51 degrees with partly cloudy skies. And it is a bit of a breeze out of the west of 8 miles an hour. Field is in pretty good condition as there was some puddles on it yesterday from what I understand, but our grounds crew over here, Mike Trisdell and Dean Johnson, got out here and did some work on it yesterday afternoon, got those puddles cleaned up, and it's actually looking pretty nice. Coach Teft used the drag on it today, and like I said, that field looking very nice for a couple of games here this afternoon. Girls are playing as well. They played over at the softball fields. This game originally for the boys was supposed to start at noon, but Orofino was having some busing issues early this morning, so they pushed the games back just a little bit. I'm pretty sure the girls have one game under their belt probably already over there. They are hosting Clearwater Valley, and I'll see if I can get an update from there for everybody. But for right now, though, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and then we'll come back with the Potlatch No. 1 Federal Credit Union pregame right here on KOFE.
When life throws you a curveball, your P1FCU debit account can help keep you moving. P1FCU Perks, powered by Bazing, offers great features like money-saving discounts, cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and cash back. This card saves you money. Does your debit card do that? P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. Only available with P1FCU preferred debit accounts. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary's.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? Do you need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
With Stage 1 and 2 of the sports complex nearly complete, the Lumberjack Booster Club thanks Archie's IGA, Shift and Grind, and the St. Mary's community for their fundraising efforts and continued support in making this sports complex come to life. The next stage will be the sprinkler system. The Booster Club is looking for new members. If you have kids in high school or soon entering high school, now is the time to get involved with the Booster Club. For more information on how you can help with the sports complex or questions about becoming a member, contact Donnie Masterson at 208-582-1802 or by email at golumberjacks@gmail.com. And as always, go Lumberjacks!
Some people select their grocery items with an eye on every cent they spend. Some people don't. But if you don't happen to be a millionaire, you'll appreciate Archie's IGA. At Archie's IGA, prices are always lower. You might even say significantly lower. Archie's quality and selection is consistently better, and put them together and you get a greater satisfaction in meats, produce, baked goods, and all the rest. Find out for yourself the difference that shopping at Archie's IGA makes. Do it today. That's Archie's IGA, your hometown proud grocer.
Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is a proud Lumberjack supporter. because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau Insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life. Plus, they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown teams. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau Insurance agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's. When was the last time you had great Mexican food? I mean, really great. Has it been a while? Well, grab the kids and head to Casa de Oro for dinner tonight. Casa de Oro has fantastic burritos, tacos, and chimneys, not to mention fajita and shrimp dishes. Little Johnny doesn't like Mexican food? Well, don't worry. Casa de Oro also has an American menu as well. Dinner and lunch a la fresca. Great service and margaritas with a kick. Casa de Oro, it's what's happening for dinner tonight. Casa de Oro on Golf Course Drive in St. Mary's.
And we are back here at St. Mary's American Legion Ballpark as the Lumberjacks get set to host the Maniacs. Game one will count as a league game. Second game will just count towards the overall record for the season. Taking a look at those overall records in league play, or just within the league, I should say. St. Mary's comes into today's game. I had them down as a 2-8 record, but I actually think I've seen where it's actually a 1-7 record. They never did finish the game with Priest River. They're supposed to finish it, I think, when Priest River comes to St. Mary's is what I've been told. So we will find out if that is actually what happened. So technically speaking, they have a 1-8 record, 0-2 in league play at the moment, 12th in the power rankings on idahosports.com. The last game was a close battle. The Lumberjacks just barely losing to Kellogg, 12-11. That was on Thursday over in Kellogg. The Grangeville Bulldogs, they have a 6-11 record, 1-2 in league play. They're 13th in the power rankings on Idaho Sports. They lost to Orofino on the 19th by a score of 3-1, and they will be hosting St. Mary's on the 30th. That game will be played at Clearwater Valley High School, from what I've seen. Orofino, they come into today's record with a 12-3 record. Very strong season for the Maniacs, 4-1 in league play, and currently sit fourth in the Idaho Sports Power Rankings. They beat Grangeville, like I mentioned, 3-1 on the 19th. Looking at the Power Rankings coaches poll and Max Preps rankings, Nampa Christian sits at number 1 in the 2A, Firth at number 2, Wendell at number 3, Orofino at 4, and Marcine at number 5. In the coaches poll, it's still Nampa Christian up top, Firth number 2, Orofino number 3, Declo at number 4, and Marcine at number 5. In the Max Preps rankings, Nampa Christian still at number 1, Orofino up at number 2 spot in the Max Preps rankings. Marcine is at number 3, and Firth is 4. Declo is at 5. So that's a look at standings and power rankings. We'll take another break, and we'll come back.
Tax time is here again. I know. It's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care, so you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
It's time to reimagine the off-road experience because Yamaha has reimagined the side-by-side. Available in either 2- or 4-seat models, the Wolverine R-Max 1000 lineup features a 999cc parallel twin-engine, aggressive tires, and an automotive-style cabin. Select models include adjustable suspension, optimized power delivery, and an integrated Yamaha Adventure Pro navigation system, and much more. Find your Wolverine R-Max 1000 at St. Mary's Son Cycle or YamahaMotorsports.com. It's time to get out there and realize your adventure with a Yamaha.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings. But it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff, and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the hot deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
Is your rig's check engine light on? Idling a little rough? Time for an oil change. Maybe you need tires. Stop by Jim's Auto Repair and Tire Pros. Jim's Auto Repair can take care of your automotive needs fast. If you have a dead battery, Jim's Auto Repair and Tire Pros can set you up with a great AC Delco battery. Did we mention tires? Jim's Auto Repair is an authorized Tire Pros dealer and can get you a great deal on tires for your rig. Locations in St. Mary's and Plummer. Jim's Auto and 95 Tires. Give them a call, 208-686-0425, 208-686-0425, or stop by today. Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need, from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler dropped in the toilet to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goal. Hughes Ace Hardware is the place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time. Jack Fuel Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses, and most importantly, people. Jack Fuel Trucking believes in responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, when you take a close look, those aren't just chips. They're an entire community. Jack Fuel Trucking.
And we are back here at the American Legion Ball Field in St. Mary's. Lumberjacks getting set to host the Orofino Maniacs in league action here in game number 1. I did get an update from the girls' game, and I guess they might still be in the first game. Lumberjack girls were up 7-4 over Clearwater Valley. So we'll see. I actually was trying to get the update from Brianne Watkins, but she said she is over in, I think, Hayden for some softball action with her younger daughter. So she isn't actually at the game, but she got an update from somebody. So I'll see if I can still find somebody that's at the games to get some updates from for the softball action. Taking a look at the team stats for St. Mary's, their batting average not quite where Coach Steff would like to have it, but they are batting 147 on the season, 16 runs, 26 hits, 10 RBIs. There's been 1 double and 1 triple. These stats, actually, that batting average might be a little better than that. It was not updated yet on Max Preps from the Kellogg game, where St. Mary's had a pretty good game over there. Fielding percentage for the Lumberjacks, .871, 13 errors committed by the Lumberjacks. The ERA for the pitchers is 5.37. St. Mary's has 44 strikeouts and 43 walks with 12 hit batters. The top pitcher for St. Mary's so far this year has been Wyatt Holmes, a sophomore, an earned run average of 1.91. He's pitched 11 innings, 5 hits, 6 runs, 3 of those were earned, 19 strikeouts, 10 walks. He has hit 3 batters, and he has faced 53 batters. Again, these stats not updated for the Kellogg game, so not exactly 100% accurate. Batting, Dylan Larson has led the team with a .333 batting average with 15 at-bats, 1 run, 5 hits, 2 RBIs, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts on the season. That's a look at the Lumberjack stats. We'll take another break, and we'll come back with more.
At Good Neighbor Pharmacy, we're committed to being your good neighbor.
Good Neighbor Pharmacy is an independent network of over 3,000 pharmacies throughout the United States, giving us the buying power to compete with the chain stores.
We'll fill your prescription quickly and safely, and you're supporting a locally owned pharmacy.
Your copays are the same wherever you go. Why not come and visit your locally owned pharmacy professionals?
Jack's Pharmacy is your Good Neighbor Pharmacy here in St. Mary's. Come in and say hi. Jack's Pharmacy.
High school sports don't just happen. There's a ton of work that goes into every single athletic event.
And we have our school's athletic director to thank for a lot of it. Thank you.
For scheduling officials, so I can always play the game I love.
For ordering quality athletic equipment, so I can stay safe on the field.
For mentoring my coaches, so they can be the best role models for me.
For coordinating transportation, so I can get focused for the big game.
For helping us develop character and learn lessons that will benefit us for the rest of our lives.
Thank you to our AD for always creating a positive experience for us. We'll never forget it.
From all of us at the NIAAA, thank you to every athletic administrator in Idaho for all you do to enrich the lives of your students. It does not go unnoticed. This message presented by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Have you ever noticed that some companies are around for decades and you really don't notice them until you actually see them? Kenneth Bechtel Trucking is one of these. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking has been a fixture in St. Mary's for decades and still is a community-involved business. Take the time to thank these entrepreneurs that quietly make it on their own and make our community all the better for it. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking. Give them a call today at 245-7209. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking, a community stable and lumberjack supporter. Good luck, Jacks.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Bennewash, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that, too, with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Mary's. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With Nick's professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Mary's.
And we are back here at the American Legion Ball Fields in St. Mary's on a nice day for some baseball action. St. Mary's boys hosting the Maniacs in league action for the first game of the day. Lumberjack boys are wanting to end an eight-game losing streak that they have been on. They would like to get a win here against their league opponent. Lumberjacks played one game this week, which was a pretty close game. They did lose it, though, 12-11 at Kellogg. Last week, the Lumberjacks lost another close one, and Timberlake, as that game was 5-3, and it seems like the Lumberjacks are starting to get the bats going a little bit in the season, which has been one of their main struggles, as noted by that 147 batting average. Lumberjacks have struggled a little bit on the mound as well. They've got an ERA of 5.37 with 44 strikeouts and 43 walks. You'd like to see a little bit more discrepancy in that strikeout to walks average there, but they've been starting to come along pretty good, and going to be curious to see what happens here. Orofino is already the league champion, basically, so that means the district tournament will go through Orofino. And the Lumberjacks have yet to play Grangeville, as those games were scheduled for last Saturday, but those games had to be scrapped for weather conditions, field conditions. So we have not seen the makeup day yet for those home games against Grangeville, but those will be coming up. So next week, the Lumberjacks will be at Grangeville. Those games I seen going to be played at Clearwater Valley High School, though. So that's over in Kuski from what I've seen. We were planning on going to those games and broadcasting them, but then we realized that we will not be able to go due to obligations with 4-H. We have a weigh-in for market animals, and we have to get that taken care of. So we will not be able to make it to the Grangeville games for the Lumberjack boys when they play they play Grangeville in Clearwater Valley, which will be a home game for Grangeville. The Maniacs just now taken to the field to do their inning-outie warm-up. We'll take another break and come back with more of the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union pregame.
Are your friends and family tired of sleeping with Fido when they visit? Maybe Fido's tired of sleeping with them. Either way, the Pines Motel is there to save the day. With large, spacious rooms, comfortable beds, and even a mini fridge, Fido may get jealous. Save the floor for Fido and call Kevin of the Pines Motel at 245-2545. That's the Pines Motel in St. Mary's. I'm sure your friends and family would appreciate it, and so would Fido. When you need that morning pick-me-up before work or school, there's one place that comes to mind. It's a place that loves our community, the St. Mary's Lumberjacks, and all the local businesses and people in our village. Shift and Grind in St. Mary's is all about the community. Whether it's helping raise money for the Booster Club or for a family in need, the Shift and Grind family are always ready to help. So be sure to stop by Shift and Grind for your caffeinated needs. Located at 132 First Street in St. Mary's, Shift and Grind says, go Lumberjacks. There are two ways a home handyman can save money. First, you can build it, fix it, or remodel it yourself. Second, get your supplies at 10th Street Lumber. 10th Street Lumber is the place with 50 carloads of building supplies to choose from. Plywood, paneling, molding, fixtures, roofing, block and brick, hardware, power tools and paint, and a whole lot more. If you have a project in mind, see 10th Street Lumber. You don't even have to buy anything. But when you see their savings, you will. That's 10th Street Lumber in St. Mary's. Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oakes at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. The securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oakes a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255. And we are back as the Lumberjacks get set to host the Maniacs here in league action at the St. Mary's American Legion Ballpark. And nice day for some baseball action. The Lumberjacks did play at Orofino a few weeks ago. They lost in the doubleheader there, 6-3 and 6-1. The first game was a few errors, really, that hurt St. Mary's the most. The second game, the biggest number that stood out to me statistically-wise, was the fact that St. Mary's left 10 runners on base. That really hurt their chances as they lost that game by, well, it was 6-1. So if they had played half of those, it would have been a tie ball game towards the end. The Lumberjacks and the Maniacs, I think, match up pretty good. The Maniacs do have a better batting average and a better ERA, but they also have almost double the games that St. Mary's has played. So they've got quite a bit more action under their belt. Speaking of the Maniacs, well, they are, of course, to a Central Idaho League. They're coached by Dylan Midstoke. They have that 12-3 record, 4-1 in league play, and they are. I talked to Coach Chase. They are the league champs, or TEF. They are the league champs already, so they will host the district tournament. Their batting average sits at .252. They have 118 runs on 102 hits, 79 RBIs, 13 doubles, 3 triples. They have hit no home runs. Their fielding percentage is .862. They have 4 errors on the season, if that is accurate. Their ERA is 2.5 as a team, 107 strikeouts by their pitchers to 82 walks, and they have hit 20 batters. Their leading batter is Silas Naranjo. He has a .340 batting average, 12 runs, 16 hits, 12 RBIs, 4 doubles, 1 triple, 5 strikeouts, and 17 walks in his plate appearances. In the pitching mound, it is Drew Hanna, who seems to be their top pitcher. He has an ERA of 1.37 with 36 strikeouts, 17 walks, 7 earned runs, 22 hits, and 158 batters faced for Orofino. So that is what the Lumberjacks are up against. Looking at the upcoming schedule for next week, we'll go through part of it. Good luck to the track team today. They are at the Priest River Invite. Softball, like I said, hosting Clearwater Valley. The 25th, which I believe is Monday, golf will be at the Lakeside Invite at 10 a.m. The golf team having a very good season this year. They seem to be placing in the top, well, I'm going to say the top 5, but it seems like they've placed in the top 2 in just about every meet or invite they've been to. The 26th, the track team will be at Wallace for the small school invite. That will be at 4 p.m. On the 27th, varsity softball will be at Kellogg, 4 p.m. We do plan on trying to get up there to do that game. The 28th is going to be the Hayburn Spring Concert. That's going to be at St. Mary's High School Gymnasium at 5. On the 29th, track will be at the Timberlake Invite. That'll be at 2:30 in the afternoon. And on the 30th, which is next Saturday, it'll be baseball and softball taking on Grangeville. The boys will play at Clearwater Valley High School. Starts at 10:30 a.m. That's at Kuski. And the softball team will be playing at Grangeville High School. They will also start at 10:30. So that is the upcoming schedule for Lumberjack sports. We'll take another break, and we'll come back and get you some lineups. Triple X Feeds in St. Mary's is your one-stop farm and garden shop. Everything from pet supplies to livestock feeds and supplies, Triple X Feeds has it. Horse supplies, they have that also. From saddle pads to bridles, Triple X Feeds can set you up. Triple X Feeds now has hay and alfalfa in stock as well as straw. Triple X Feeds, located at 130 East College Avenue in St. Mary's, open 8 to 5:30 weekdays and 9 to 5 on Saturdays. Triple X Feed's a proud Lumberjack sports broadcast sponsor.
St. Mary's Realty is a St. Mary's icon. Why? Because they are a team. They work for you. And they've been a team for many years. Whether you are buying your first home, looking for a recreational cabin, or selling your current home, St. Mary's Realty puts their team on it for you. So stop in or give them a call today at 245-4502 and let their team be your team. That's St. Mary's Realty at 726 Main Avenue, St. Mary's.
And we are back. Both teams still doing a little warm-up. Coach Lumberjacks actually pretty much all over in their dugout waiting. Umpires are getting ready to come to home plate, have the meeting with the coaches, and go over some ground rules. Real quick reminder to everybody that today and this weekend, I should say, Ace Hardware is having their dirt cheap sale. That's where they have all their potting soil and everything. They have a huge sale on that stuff, and it is going on, started yesterday, going on today and tomorrow. So be sure to check that out if you're wanting to get some stuff taken care of for your garden for the season. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the lineups for you. The Lumberjacks will be in the outfield first. They are the home team. On the mound will be Wyatt Holmes, sophomore. Behind home plate, junior Dylan Holder. Tyler Olson will be over at first base. Brock Anderson will be at second. Third base is Dylan Larson. Trace Wicks at short. In left field, Sean Hunter. Center field, Milo Marsh. And right field will be Colby Renner. Pitching for, already kind of went over that with Wyatt Holmes, as he is the top pitcher on Lumberjack roster as of now. But he has an ERA of 1.91, 5 hits, 6 runs. 3 of those are earned runs. He's walked 10 batters, struck out 19, 3 hit by pitch, and he's 53 batters faced with 11 innings pitched. Those numbers not 100% up to date, as when I was going through Max Preps, the game against Kellogg had not updated as far as stats for on Max Preps. So that is kind of where we are, though, with that. The Orofino Maniacs batting lineup, it'll be Silas Naranjo batting first. He has a batting average of .340 on the season for Orofino. It'll be Bodie Howell in the number 2 spot, Dash Barlow in the number 3 spot, Stephen Bradbury in number 4, Nick Drobish number 5, Loudon Cochran number 6, Tristan Earps number 7, Emmett Lilly number 8, and Easton Schneider in that number 9 slot for the Orofino Maniacs. So, and let's see, pitching for Orofino will be Tristan Earps. Let's see if I have any stats for him. I do not, as he was not in the top pitching numbers that I had as far as stats, so I don't have any numbers for him, so I can't give you any clue as to what kind of a pitcher he is or how he's going to look to get started. So we'll just have to wait until things get going. We'll take one more break, and we'll come back for the first pitch.
When life throws you a curveball, your P1FCU debit account can help keep you moving. P1FCU Perks, powered by Bazing, offers great features like money-saving discounts, cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and cash back. This card saves you money. Does your debit card do that? P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. Only available with P1FCU preferred debit accounts. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary's.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? Do you need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home, shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
With Stage 1 and 2 of the sports complex nearly complete, the Lumberjack Booster Club thanks Archie's IGA, Shift and Grind, and the St. Mary's community for their fundraising efforts and continued support in making this sports complex come to life. The next stage will be the sprinkler system. The Booster Club is looking for new members. If you have kids in high school or soon entering high school, now is the time to get involved with the Booster Club. For more information on how you can help with the sports complex or questions about becoming a member, contact Donnie Masterson at 208-582-1802 or by email at golumberjacks@gmail.com. And as always, go Lumberjacks!
And we are back as now the Lumberjacks out getting their final warm-up before the first pitch takes place. And I'm trying to get my lineup going here. Not my lineup, but just trying to get some marks down for where the players are as far as their lineup for finding their stats. So we've got that just about taken care of. As Wyatt Holmes warms up on the base, I want to give you a quick heads up about something going to be coming up. This is Saturday, May the 14th. It'll be the 29th year that the National Association of Letter Carriers, supported by the United States Postal Service, promotes one of America's great days of giving, the National Association of Letter Carriers Stamp Out Hunger campaign. Letter carriers walk through the community every day, often coming face-to-face with a sad reality for many, which is hunger. Also, 1 in 5 households needing help with food is home to a military veteran. Each year on the second Saturday in May, letter carriers across the country collect non-perishable food donations from you, their customers. All donations will go directly to the food bank in St. Mary's. I'll let you know more on that in a minute. As Silas Naranjo steps to the plate for Orofino, batting, let's see here, .340 on the season, 12 runs, 16 hits, 12 RBIs, 4 doubles, 1 triple for him. So now he's getting a quick instruction from his coach over at third base, getting some signals, and we'll get things rolling.
Now let's go. On your toes, Mr. Irish. Go Elvis.
Holmes waiting to deliver his first pitch. Umpire getting signals, make sure everybody's ready to go. And, yep, behind home plate, gets his mask on. We're ready. As usual here at the Legion Field, I'm directly behind home plate. First pitch is going to be an inside corner and a strike one called to Naranjo. Nice-looking pitch from Holmes. Said he's a sophomore. He was pretty much the starting pitcher last year for St. Mary's. He's been the starting pitcher this year. Lots of promise in the young man. Second pitch to Naranjo on the way. That one looked like it was a little bit too far inside, and it was. Ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike now. On deck is Bodie Howell for Orofino. In the hole is Dash Barlow. Next pitch on the way. That one's going to be fouled back for strike 2. One of those pitches that kind of why I came down here early and tightened up the net in front of me here, because sometimes those balls feel like they come pretty close to you when that net is loose. That pitch looked like it was trying to get a little change-up or a curve there, and it's going to be ball 2 high. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Naranjo. Nobody on, early in the part of the game, top of the first inning. First batter, next pitch, swung on, fouled back. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Naranjo. Naranjo, pretty good batter. Remember, had a pretty good game against St. Mary's up in Orofino. 2-2 pitch on the way. Again, that one is fouled off as he's battling at the plate. We got a good battle here going with the first batter here in this one. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Naranjo. Holmes wanting to start the game off strong, try to get that first strikeout early. And that's going to be a ground ball. It's going to get right past Holmes. The throw to first in time from Trace Wicks on the ground out to Tyler Olson at first base for the Lumberjacks. So 1 down to start the inning. Bodie Howell steps to the plate for Orofino, batting .385 on the season. 14 runs on 20 hits, 8 RBIs. He has 3 doubles on the season. He has struck out 10 times and walked 7. On deck is Dash Barlow, the first baseman for the Maniacs. Holmes, the pitch on the way. Swing and miss, strike 1. Dylan Holder behind home plate for the Lumberjacks in this one. Sean Elliott not here today. He would normally be at first base, but they've got Tyler Olson over at first. Next pitch, that one is that either change or curveball, and it's a little bit high once again. So it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count to Howell. 1 out, top of the first inning. 1-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Nice pitch from Holmes. A little bit of movement on it. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Howell. Pitch on the way. That one's going to be fouled off for strike. Nope, that's already 2 strikes. So 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count still. Holmes working pretty quick. 1-2 pitch on the way. Nice pitch inside. Gets him to swing at it. And strike 3 swinging. So that's 2 outs as Holmes had a little bit of movement on that one, too. Inside corner, that was a great-looking pitch. Howell had no choice but to swing at it. Brings up Dash Barlow for the Maniacs. 300 on the season. He has 10 runs on 15 hits, 13 RBIs. He has struck out 10 times and walked 13. Getting a new ball out to Holmes. Left-handed batter Barlow. First pitch to him on the way. That one's going to be left high and gets past, high and outside, gets past Holder. Ball 1. One 1-0 pitch now to Barlow. Again, a little bit high. 2-0 count to Barlow. 2 outs, nobody on for the Maniacs. Top of the first inning. Holmes, the pitch on the way. That was a nice-looking pitch, and he's going to call it a ball 3, maybe a little high. Looked like it got that outside corner of the plate. 3 balls, no strikes. Pitch on the way. That looked like a bit of a curve, and that one's perfect. Strike 1. Definitely had some movement on it, even if it wasn't a curveball. 3 balls and a strike now to Barlow. See if Holmes can work himself back into the count. Oh, that pitch a little bit too far inside. Ball 4, so we've got a walk for the Maniacs. That'll bring up Stephen Bradbury with 2 outs and a runner on first. Bradbury batting .297 on the season. 12 runs, 11 hits, 7 RBIs, 14 walks, and 6 strikeouts. So he's been pretty effective at the plate. He's also been hit twice by pitchers. First pitch to him, a swing and a miss as he cuts right over the top of that. Strike 1 to Bradbury. Next pitch outside. Ball 1. Update from the girls. I think they are in the second game, and it's 4-0 Lumberjack girls leading. Next pitch on the way here, and that one misses as well for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Two-one count to Bradbury. Next pitch called strike 2. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs for the Maniacs. They've got a runner on first. That's Dash Barlow. Top of the first inning, no score. Barlow takes his lead on first. The pitch from Holmes. That one must have been low. Runs the count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. On deck will be Drobish if Bradbury gets on. Nick Drobish, the third baseman. Full count pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that will retire the sides. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base for the Maniacs. No score going into the bottom of the first. The top 3 for the Lumberjacks will be Trace Wicks, Brock Anderson, Wyatt Holmes when we return.
Some people select their grocery items with an eye on every cent they spend. Some people don't. But if you don't happen to be a millionaire, you'll appreciate Archie's IGA. At Archie's IGA, prices are always lower. You might even say significantly lower. Archie's quality and selection is consistently better, and put them together and you get a greater satisfaction in meats, produce, baked goods, and all the rest. Find out for yourself the difference shopping at Archie's IGA makes. Do it today. That's Archie's IGA, your hometown proud grocer.
Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is a proud Lumberjack supporter because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau Insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life, plus they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown teams. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's.
And we are back, and it is, let's see here, the outfield for the Maniacs, Tristan Erbst on the mound. Behind home plate is Silas Naranjo. First base is Dash Barlow. Second base is Stephen Bradbury. Over at third is Nick Drobish. Shortstop is Bodie Howell. Emmett Lilly in left. Loudon Cochran in center. Easton Schneider in right. Leading off for St. Mary's, the junior Trace Wicks, a 182 batting average on the season. 6 runs, 4 hits, 1 RBI. He has 5 walks and 6 strikeouts. So an update from Pam Mitchell said that the first game is still going on, and that's 4-0. So now I've got kind of contradicting scores. I had a 7-4, I think, from Breanne Watkins. So I don't exactly know what the score is, but Pam Mitchell said it is 4-0 first game, St. Mary's lead. Trace Wicks takes a swing at the first pitch for strike number 1. I mentioned earlier I do not have any pitching stats for Erbst, so I don't know what to expect out of him. That first pitch was pretty good. Next one on the way. Low and outside on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Wicks. One pitch on the way. Swing and a miss as he swings over the top of that one. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Wicks. 1-2 pitch on the way. Low and outside. 3 balls now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two count to Wicks. On deck for St. Mary's is Anderson. Pitch on the way. Ooh, took a swing at that one. It looked like it drifted outside. It's going to be a strike 3 swinging, and that'll retire Wicks back to the dugout. That'll bring up Brock Anderson. I think this is his 3rd game back on the season, and the only stats I have for him, I think, are out of Timberlake. And there wasn't much going on for him there. He looked pretty good. And the first one's going to be a ground ball hit out to short. The third baseman's going to scoop it up. The throw is going to be in time. That was one of those ground outs that was kind of slow down the third base line, and that throw was very close. It was 1 hopper to the first baseman, Barlow, and that was almost bang-bang, but just getting there in time to have out number 2. So that brings up Holmes, batting .294 on the season for St. Mary's. 1 run, 5 hits, 2 RBIs. 4 strikeouts for him. He has not walked yet on the season. That pitch was outside for ball 1. Nobody on, 2 outs. Bottom of the first inning, Lumberjacks batting. Erbst gets his signals from Naranjo, says yes, pitch on the way. That one's going to be inside. 2 balls, no strikes now to Holmes. On deck for St. Mary's will be Dylan Larson, the senior. Erbst gets his signal, says yes, pitch on the way. That one's going to be down in the dirt, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes to Holmes. 3 balls, no strikes. Erbst, the pitch on the way. That one's going to be low again, ball 4. So I said that, as far as I know, I don't know if he walked in Kellogg, but Holmes gets on here with a walk. Could be his first walk of the season. Brings up Dylan Larson, the leading batter for St. Mary's. .333 on the season. 1 hit, 5 runs, 2 RBIs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, and 1 hit by pitch. Earps takes a look to first, gets his signal. The pitch on the way, outside on that first one to Larson, ball 1. Tyler Olson on deck for St. Mary's. Holmes takes his lead on first. Earps pitch on the way, and that is hit out into center field. That could drop. That's going to be caught as Easton Schneider in right field tracks it down in deep right field for the out, and that will retire the sides. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base for the Lumberjacks in the bottom of the first inning. There's still no score, and it'll be the middle of the lineup for Orofino. It'll be Nick Drobish when we return.
When was the last time you had great Mexican food? I mean, really great. Has it been a while? Well, grab the kids and head to Casa de Oro for dinner tonight. Casa de Oro has fantastic burritos, tacos, and chimneys, not to mention fajita and shrimp dishes. Little Johnny doesn't like Mexican food? Well, don't worry. Casa de Oro also has an American menu as well. Dinner and lunch a la fresca. Great service and margaritas with a kick. Casa de Oro, it's what's happening for dinner tonight. Casa de Oro on Golf Course Drive in St. Mary's.
Tax time is here again. I know. It's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care, so you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
And we are back. It'll be Nick Drobish leading off for the Maniacs here, and he's batting in that number 5 slot. And let's see here. Nick Drobish, find him on my lineup curves. Batting average 158. 15 runs, 6 hits, 5 RBIs, 1 double. 19 strikeouts and 11 walks for him. Holmes gets his signals from Holder. First pitch to Drobish on the way, high, ball 1. On deck will be Loudon Cochran for the Maniacs. In the hole will be Tristan Erbst. Holmes gets his signal. The stretch, the pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Strike 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. Drobish couldn't catch up with that one. Swung, I think, right over the top of it. Next pitch on the way. Again, swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Drobish. Top of the second inning, nobody on for the Maniacs as this is the first batter of the inning. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And I think that's now 2 or 3 strikeouts for Holmes here in the game. Erbst had a good first inning for him pitching. He only threw 12 pitches. Holmes up to 27, not bad as well. Loudon Cochran, the center fielder for the Maniacs, up. 219 batting average, 10 runs, 7 hits, 4 RBIs for him. Struck out 7 times and walked 7 times. That first pitch misses outside for ball 1. On deck is Tristan Erbst, the pitcher for Orofino. 1 out, nobody on. Next pitch on the way. That one's going to be high. Whoa. That was a called strike. Got the outside corner, must have just dropped at the right time. I thought it was going to be ball 1 or 2, but it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Cochran as Wyatt Holmes in a pretty good groove early on in this one. Holmes looks in, the pitch on the way. It's going to ring him up on a called strike 3, and they'll catch him looking. That'll bring in Tristan Erbst. Erbst, no batting stats either that I had. So we'll see what he does at the plate. On deck will be Emmett Lilly if Erbst gets on. First pitch to Erbst on the way, high and inside. One ball, no strikes to Herbst. 2 outs and nobody on for Orofino. Next pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike one. One count. Holmes gets the signals from Holder. Pitch on the way. Outside corner. Strike 2. Herbst, I think, thought that was going to be outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Next pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that will retire the sides. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Maniacs in the top of the second inning. When we come back, Lumberjacks will be leading off with Tyler Olson. Then it'll be Riley Abel and Sean Hunter. No score from American Legion Ball Field.
It's time to reimagine the off-road experience because Yamaha has reimagined the side-by-side. Available in either 2 or 4-seat models, the Wolverine RMAX 1000 lineup features a 999cc parallel twin-engine, aggressive tires, and an automotive-style cabin. Select models include adjustable suspension, optimized power delivery, and an integrated Yamaha Adventure Pro navigation system, and much more. Find your Wolverine RMAX 1000 at St. Mary's Son Cycle or YamahaMotorsports.com. It's time to get out there and realize your adventure with a Yamaha.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings. But it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff, and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the Hot Deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
So an update from the softball games. I don't know what the score is. It might be 5-0 now in favor of St. Mary's, but Addison Stewart hit a triple just a little while ago. She's been having a very strong freshman year on that varsity squad. She hit a home run in the last game. Tyler Olson up for the Lumberjacks. Find him here on my roster. Sophomore, batting 190 on the season. First pitch, it is going to be a strike. I thought it might be. Is that one outside corner? 1 strike to Olson. He has 1 run on 4 hits, 2 RBIs. Again, these stats not updated for Kellogg's game. That pitch, a ground ball right back to Herbst. Herbst is going to get it on the 1 hop and the throw to first in time. That'll bring up Riley Abel for the Lumberjacks. On deck, Sean Hunter. Riley Abel has 2 runs on a hit, 1 RBI on the season. Struck out 3 times. He's walked twice, been hit once. First pitch from Herbst to Abel. He thought about swinging at it, checked up, and it was high for ball 1. And good job by Riley to hold up on that one. Next pitch, it's going to be a ground ball hit down to the pitcher. The catcher, or the first baseman, and the first baseman just about left without the ball. He stepped in front of it to scoop it up. It wasn't too far off the bag, though. He was able to recover and get the out. He stepped on the bag, and that's 2 outs with the ground out to first for Abel. That'll bring up Sean Hunter with 2 outs and nobody on. Hunter, a senior, batting 100 on the season. He has 2 runs on 2 hits. One of those hits was a triple. That was over in Timberlake, and he takes a big swing at the first pitch for strike number 1. No, it was a ball, actually. I thought he swung, but it's ball 1. Next pitch is inside. 2 balls, no strikes now to Hunter. On deck is Colby Renner, the senior. In the hole is Dylan Holder. But with 2 outs, we've got to see if Hunter can get on base. 2-0 count. Pitch on the way. That one is fouled off. 2 balls and a strike now to Hunter. Again, everybody back in place after the foul tip. 2-1 pitch on the way. That looked like a nice pitch, and it is a called strike 2. 2-2 count to Hunter now. Pitch on the way from Erbst. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That will retire the sides. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Lumberjacks, and nobody left on base. Going into the top of the third inning, there's still no score, and it'll be Emmett Lilly in the number 8 slot coming up for Orofino when we return.
Is your rig's check engine light on? Idling a little rough? Time for an oil change. Maybe you need tires. Stop by Jim's Auto Repair and Tire Pros. Jim's Auto Repair can take care of your automotive needs fast. If you have a dead battery, Jim's Auto Repair and Tire Pros can set you up with a great AC Delco battery. Did we mention tires? Jim's Auto Repair is an authorized Tire Pros dealer and can get you a great deal on tires for your rig. Locations in St. Mary's and Plummer. Jim's Auto and 95 Tires. Give them a call, 208-686-0425, 208-686-0425, or stop by today. Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need, from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler dropped in the toilet to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goal. Hughes Ace Hardware is the place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time.
And it's Emmett Lilly stepping to the plate for the Maniacs. Takes a swing at the first pitch, fouls it off, strike 1. Emmett Lilly has a batting average, shows of 0. He has 7 runs, 0 hits, 1 RBI, 5 walks, 4 strikeouts for him. 15 plate appearances and 10 at-bats. 0-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And a bit of a pitching duel here early on. Holmes has struck out, I think, 3 or 4, and the Maniacs have done it mostly on defense. That pitch called strike 3. And that was a heck of a nice-looking pitch from Holmes, and Lilly thought about swinging at it, decided not to, and gets rung up on the called third strike. That'll bring up the bottom of the order. Easton Schneider for the Maniacs. Easton Schneider batting .216 on the year. First pitch going to be a called strike. Schneider, .216 on the season, 12 runs, 8 hits, 3 RBIs, 7 strikeouts. He took a big swing at that pitch, strike 2. 5 walks and 5 hit by pitch for Schneider. And he's going to swing at the next one, and it's strike 3, and Holmes gets another one. Holmes is in a groove so far. He's got 7 strikeouts on the day already. That'll bring up Silas Naranjo, the top of the order for Orofino. Grounded out his first at bat. First pitch is up high for ball 1. Nice grab by Dylan Holder. Just barely got that in the tip of his glove. 2 outs, nobody on. 1 ball, no strikes to Naranjo. Next pitch on the way, and that one's going to be fouled off. Strike 1. Come off of Holder's mask. Umpire takes just a moment to get the ball back out to the pitcher, gives Holder a chance to gather his thoughts, make sure he's all right. Naranjo, 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch on the way. That is hit out into right field. Colby Renner coming up on it. Makes the catch for the out. I was getting worried there because they had Brock Anderson going out as well, and it didn't look like anybody was calling anybody off, but they do get the catch for the third out. 3 up and 3 down once again. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base for the Maniacs. And an update from the girls' game. It is the 7th inning, it looks like, possibly, and the Lumberjacks lead 8-0 over Clearwater Valley in the softball game. I guess it's still game 1 going on over there. And when we come back, it'll be Colby Renner leading off.
Jack Fuel Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses. And most importantly, people. Jack Fuel Trucking believes in responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, when you take a close look, those aren't just chips. They're an entire community. Jack Fuel Trucking.
At Good Neighbor Pharmacy, we're committed to being your good neighbor.
Good Neighbor Pharmacy is an independent network of over 3,000 pharmacies throughout the United States, giving us the buying power to compete with the chain stores.
We'll fill your prescription quickly and safely, and you're supporting a locally owned pharmacy.
Your copays are the same wherever you go. Why not come and visit your locally owned pharmacy professionals?
Jack's Pharmacy is your Good Neighbor Pharmacy here in St. Mary's. Come in and say hi. Jack's Pharmacy.
And we are back. It'll be Colby Renner leading off for St. Mary's, batting in the number 8 slot. Tristan Earps on the mound for the Maniacs. He has 2 strikeouts and 1 walk in the game. 21 total pitches so far. 10 balls and 11 strikes. Colby Renner hasn't had a whole lot of plate appearances. I have him down for 3. I think he had a few in Kellogg. So we'll see what he can do here. Swings at the first pitch for strike 1. Big swing by Renner. Love to see him make contact with one of those swings. He's a big kid. Powerful. Next pitch on the way. Outside corner. Thought that was going to be a called strike. 0-2 to Renner. Logo Larry, as he's known in basketball season. Known for that big three-pointer last year. That next pitch, swing and miss as he goes right underneath it, strike 3. And that will bring up Dylan Holder in the number 9 slot. Back to the top of the order after Holder. Holder batting just 95, 0.95 on the season. He's got 1 run on 2 hits. He has struck out 11 times and walked once. First pitch is going to be fouled back, it looks like, for strike 1. 0-1 count now to Holder. Pitch on the way from Earps. That one's going to miss outside. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Holder. On deck for St. Mary's will be Trace Wicks at the top of the order, then Brock Anderson in the hole. Pitch on the way. That one is low for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now to Holder. No score, bottom of the 3rd inning. No hits, no errors by either team either, and each team has left 1 on base so far. Next pitch on the way. Down low once again. That one looked like it dropped a little bit more than Earps wanted it to. 3-1 count to Holder. Earps says yes to his call from Naranjo behind the dish. Next pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch. Strike 2. Runs the count full to Holder. 3-2 count. Now Holder has to protect. 3-2 pitch on the way. Oh, that one Holder thought it was high. I kind of thought it might have been a little high, too. Umpire says no. Strike 3 called. 2 outs. That'll bring up Trace Wicks. Struck out swinging his first at bat. On deck will be Anderson. In the hole is Holmes. First pitch to Wicks is low and outside. 1-0 pitch to Wicks. Next pitch on the way. Low as well. 2 balls, no strikes to Wicks. 2-0 pitch on the way, and that's going to be a ground ball. Hit right to the second baseman, though. Throw to first in time. And it'll be 3 up and 3 down once again as the throw from, well, second to third. I didn't get that. The players, in any case, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Top of the 4th inning. Neither team with a hit in the game so far, and it'll be the number 2 batter, Bodie Howell, leading off when we return.
High school sports don't just happen. There's a ton of work that goes into every single athletic event.
And we have our school's athletic director to thank for a lot of it. Thank you.
For scheduling officials, so I can always play the game I love.
For ordering quality athletic equipment, so I can stay safe on the field.
For mentoring my coaches, so they can be the best role models for me.
For coordinating transportation, so I can get focused for the big game.
for helping us develop character and learn lessons that will benefit us for the rest of our lives.
Thank you to our AD for always creating a positive experience for us. We'll never forget it.
From all of us at the NIAAA, thank you to every athletic administrator in Idaho for all you do to enrich the lives of your students. It does not go unnoticed. This message presented by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Now we are back. Bodie Howell will be coming through for his second time for the Maniacs. Holmes with 44 total pitches, 30 strikes, 14 balls, 7 strikeouts in just 3 innings of work so far. Bodie Howell struck out swinging his first at bat. He's going to take that first pitch outside for ball 1. 1-0 count to Howell. Next pitch, swing and a foul ball for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Howell. On deck is Barlow. That one sounded like it might have plunked somebody's car out in the parking lot. 1-1 count to Howell. Pitch on the way from Holmes. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next pitch on the way. That one, strike 3 called, and Holmes has rung up quite a few guys on that one. From my angle, that looks high, but I'm not the umpire, and I'm not close enough to say, but that drops down at the right time, and that is strikeout number 8 for Holmes. Dash Barlow up, the lefty. He walked his first at bat. He's going to swing at the first pitch, fouls it back, strike 1. Holmes says yes to the signal from Holder. Next pitch on the way. That one high and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Barlow. On deck is Bradbury, the second baseman for Orofino. Nick Drobish on deck, or in the hole. Next pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. That ball looked like it had some movement as it came across that plate. Dash Barlow swung right over the top of it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing, and that one's fouled back. That one got me to duck a little bit as it was coming straight at me. Bounced right off of just the top of the wall here in front of me. 1-2 pitch on the way. Yeah, that was a nice-looking pitch. Barlow just barely hung up on not swinging at it, and it's going to be a called ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch on the way already. Inside, a little bit too tight. Runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes now to Barlow. Barlow being patient, having a good at-bat here. Works himself to a full count. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that is strikeout number 9 for Wyatt Holmes. 2 down, nobody on for the Maniacs. That'll bring up Stephen Bradbury. Struck out swinging his first at bat. Nick Drobish on deck for the Maniacs. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Holmes working quickly on the mound. The 0-1 pitch on the way. At the ground ball right out to the shortstop. Wicks gets it after bobbling it for a second. Gets the throw down to first in time to Olson. And that's a 3-up and 3 down once again. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base for the Maniacs. Into the bottom of the 4th we go. Still no score. Nobody has got a hit yet. And it'll be Brock Anderson leading off when we return.
Have you ever noticed that some companies are around for decades, and you really don't notice them until you actually see them? Kenneth Bechtel Trucking is one of these. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking has been a fixture in St. Mary's for decades and still is a community-involved business. Take the time to thank these entrepreneurs that quietly make it on their own and make our community all the better for it. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking. Give them a call today at 245-7209. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking, a community stable and lumberjack supporter. Good luck, Jacks.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Benawah, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work, M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Mary's. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric.
And we are back. It'll be Brock Anderson, sophomore, leading off for St. Mary's in the number 2 slot. Wyatt Holmes is on deck. Outside, ball 1 to Anderson. Neither team with a hit in this one. Each team with one runner left on base. And I believe both of those runners were on walks. That's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman. He bobbles it. And Brock Anderson's going to beat the throw. I'm going to have to play that as an error on the third baseman. The runner at first for the Lumberjacks. And I credit it as an error, so still no hits for anybody. Wyatt Holmes walked his first at bat. Dylan Larson on deck for the Lumberjacks. That was right down the middle. There's a base hit into center field on the grounder. That puts runners at first and second for St. Mary's. Just put that one into the gap. First hit of the game for either team coming in the bottom of the fourth inning. Dylan Larson, the senior, steps to the plate, flew out to right field. That was a hard hit ball, and it was just high enough hit that Easton Schneider in right field was able to get to it and make the catch. But Dylan Larson going to get a second chance here. That's going to be tagged into left field. That's going to get right past the left fielder. Going to roll to the fence. Brock Anderson comes around third. The third baseman falls down, or the right fielder. That's going to score 2 runs on the big 2 RBI double by Dylan Larson. Lumberjacks on the board. Lumberjacks strike first. Brings up Tyler Olson. Strike 1 called on him. Two runs across for the Lumberjacks now. One runner in on second base. That one's low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Tyler Olson. Grounded out his first at bat. On deck is Riley Abel, designated hitter for St. Mary's. They're going to try to pick off over to second base, but back in time is Larson. Earps looks in, gets a signal from Naranjo. Takes a look over to second base as Larson takes a lead. Pitch on the way. That one's going to be inside. 2 balls and a strike now to Olson. No outs. 2 runs across for St. Mary's. Earps gets his signal, comes set on the mound, looks out to second base again, checks second 1 more time, and a third. Now the pitch on the way. That one's going to be a foul ball down the third base line. Looked like it was going to be way inside, but Olson couldn't let up on that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Olson. And on deck is Riley Abel. In the hole is Sean Hunter for St. Mary's. No outs. Runner on second base for the Jacks. The pitch on the way. That looked like a nice-looking curveball. That thing started inside and cut back across it. Umpire says it was a little, I think he heard him say it was a little bit low. Ball 1, or ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count. Put a crowd mic out here on the table. That's a little ground ball to the third baseman. He's going to charge up on it, but he's not going to get there in time. And the runner will score on an error, though. So it's going to be a single as the third baseman charged up on it. He'll get home on the error as the third baseman didn't throw that good enough as it came up short, got underneath the first baseman's glove. So another run across for St. Mary's, still no outs. Tyler Olson, I believe if that recorded properly, should have recorded as a hit. It did, because he beat the throw. First pitch outside corner, strike one to Abel. Riley had a ground out his first at bat. On deck is Sean Hunter. In the hole was Colby Renner. 3 runs across, bottom of the fourth for the Lumberjacks on 3 hits. Next pitch is low. Inside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. They tried to throw down to first base. Tyler Olson just getting back to the bag in time. Pretty nice throw from Naranjo down to first. So I put this crowd mic out here, and I kind of can hear the umpire in my headphones, or in my mic, in my headset. The umpire calls time for a second, talks to Riley. Not sure what he was talking to him about. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 ball, 1 strike to Riley Abel. That pitch is going to be outside. Oh, this is going to be close. And it's going to, he dropped the ball. What's the call going to be? It is safe as Tyler Olson gets to second base. That was probably lucky that the second baseman dropped the ball. There was a little bit of contact out there. That pitch was up high, I believe it was, so it's ball 2 to Abel. 2 balls and a strike now. That one is hit into right field. It'll definitely drop for a base hit. That thing is going to get in the gap, go to the fence almost. Coming over is Schneider to get it, but not in time, as Olson will be home on the RBI double by Riley Abel. Nice hit by Abel. Like I said, Lumberjacks starting to find their bats here as the season goes on. Coach Teft kind of figured they would, as Lumberjacks have now 4 hits and 4 runs in the bottom of the fourth. And looks like we're going to get a pitching change for the Maniacs. So we'll take a break while their substitutions are made.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With Nick's professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Mary's.
Are your friends and family tired of sleeping with Fido when they visit? Maybe Fido's tired of sleeping with them. Either way, the Pines Motel is there to save the day. With large, spacious rooms, comfortable beds, and even a mini fridge, Fido may get jealous. Save the floor for Fido and call Kevin of the Pines Motel at 245-2545. That's the Pines Motel in St. Mary's. I'm sure your friends and family would appreciate it, and so would Fido. When you need that morning pick-me-up before work or school, there's one place that comes to mind. It's a place that loves our community, the St. Mary's Lumberjacks, and all the local businesses and people in our village. Shift and Grind in St. Mary's is all about the community. Whether it's helping raise money for the Booster Club or for a family in need, the Shift and Grind family are always ready to help. So be sure to stop by Shift and Grind for your caffeinated needs. Located at 132 First Street in St. Mary's, Shift and Grind says, go Lumberjacks. Now we are back, and there's some defensive changes made as well. Aiden Olive, I believe, went out to center field. Dash Barlow is in at pitcher, and Loudon Cochran went over to third base, and I think Nick Drobish went over to first. Dash Barlow, he has a ERA of 1.11, 14 appearances, 21 hits, 16 runs, 3 earned runs, 11 walks, 13 strikeouts. He has hit 4 batters, faced 94 batters, and 19 innings pitched. So pretty good pitcher for the Maniacs as they make that change in the bottom of the fourth. First pitch is going to be a strike. 0-1 count to Hunter. Lumberjacks plated 4 runs. No outs, and Hunter's going to swing on that one. It's going to be grabbed by the third baseman. The throw to first is in time, but that will advance the runner over to third. So a good job by Sean Hunter in any case, as that one was just a ground out, but it did advance the runner from second to third. So Lumberjacks have another runner in scoring position.
That'll bring up Colby Renner with 1 out, runner on third. St. Mary's 4 runs across on 4 hits here in the bottom of the 4th. Maniacs have committed 2 errors in the game. Renner struck out swinging his first at bat. And Renner's going to get a piece of that, fouls it off, strike 1. On deck, bottom of the order, Dylan Holder for St. Mary's. So they've got to kind of figure out a new pitcher now. They got Nurkst figured out, but they pulled him. Barlow, 1-0 pitch. Outside corner, strike 2. Renner moves up, gets as close to that line as he can to the plate. The 0-2 pitch from Barlow on the way. That one's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 3 and a drop third strike. It was dropped, but Renner didn't go head down to first. So 2 outs now for the Lumberjacks with a runner on third. Be nice to see that one get brought across. Dylan Holder steps to the plate for the Lumberjacks. A strikeout looking for him. And if he gets on base, he'll be back to the top of the lineup for the Lumberjacks. Outside corner, strike 1. And that was pretty funny because the umpire takes a little bit of time sometimes on his calls, so Holder kind of looked back at him and just waited. 0-1 count to Holder. Next pitch, that one is swung on. That's a big, high fly ball, and it's coming all the way back and gets just over the backstop. Strike 2. Just barely missed Lumberjack fan. I think it actually hit their chair. 0-2 count to Dylan Holder now. Everybody returns after the big foul ball. Holder steps back in, ready to go. 0-2 count to him. 2 outs, a runner on third for St. Mary's. Lumberjacks have 4 runs across here in the bottom of the 4th. Low and outside on that one. Ball 1. Nice stop by Naranjo. As if that one would have got past him, it might have scored a run. And that one, I think, hit Naranjo in the bicep. 1-2 count to Holder. Pitch on the way. That one's high and outside. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Barlow gets his signals from Naranjo. The pitch on the way. That was right down. That was like fast. I don't know how Holder did not swing at that one. That was the called strike 3 as he'll get rung up looking. There was, though, 4 runs for the Lumberjacks on 4 hits. The Maniacs had 2 errors, and St. Mary's left 1 on base. So going into the top of the 5th, St. Mary's leads it 4-0 over the Maniacs, and it'll be the middle of the lineup. Nick Drobish leading off for Orofino when we return.
There are 2 ways that Home Handyman can save money. First, you can build it, fix it, or remodel it yourself. Second, get your supplies at 10th Street Lumber. 10th Street Lumber is the place with 50 carloads of building supplies to choose from. Plywood, paneling, molding, fixtures, roofing, block and brick, hardware, power tools and paint, and a whole lot more. If you have a project in mind, see 10th Street Lumber. You don't even have to buy anything, but when you see their savings, you will. That's 10th Street Lumber in St. Mary's. Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oakes at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. The securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oakes a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255. And we are back, and Nick Drobish will be leading off for the Maniacs. In his first at bat, he struck out swinging. Wyatt Holmes continues on the mound for the Lumberjacks with 57 pitches, 39 strikes, 18 walks, and I believe it's 9 strikeouts. I'll double check. It's not too hard to pull it up real quick. 9 total strikeouts so far on the game. Lumberjacks lead it 4-0, scored 4 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Have to pay attention. There might have been some changes in the lineup for Orofino as they made those defensive changes, too, as Aiden Olive went out to center field. He was not in earlier. First pitch is going to be a little bit high to Drobish. Ball 1.
Holmes set. Pitch on the way. That one misses. Might have been a tad high. It was also looked a little outside. 2 balls, no strikes now to Drobish. Pitch on the way. That one's fouled back. Strike 1. 2 balls and a strike now to Nick Drobish for the Maniacs. Not sure if you can hear the helicopter in the background as the Two Bear Air rescue helicopter is over at the St. Mary's Airport. They're doing some training with search and rescue, the St. Joe search and rescue. That next pitch low and outside for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. 3-1 pitch on the way. It's going to be a called strike. He thought, Drobish, I think, thought it was going to be high, so he checked his swing. But that was a perfect spot, apparently. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Drobish. Oh, outside corner, and is going to get Drobish looking. Strike 3. 10th strikeout now for Holmes. That'll bring up Loudon Cochran. Struck out looking in his first at bat. I think that's the second or third that he's caught looking. So 1 out, nobody on for the Maniacs. On deck is Tristan Earps, I believe. Nope, it will be Aiden Olive. Pitch on the way. That is popped up, and it's drifting foul, and it's going to get out of play. Strike 1. So Earps was taken out of the game altogether when he was pulled off the mound for Orofino. Aiden Olive who came in to replace him. 0-1 count to Cochran. On the way is the next pitch. That one looked good, but it misses for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Cochran. Pitch on the way. That one was one of the ones that had been getting guys for a little bit. It's going to get foul. Tyler Olson tries to chase it down. Can't quite get to it in time from first base. It's going to be foul ball for strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Cochran. That was that one pitch that's gotten a couple of the guys already on strikeouts, and Cochran wasn't going to let that one be a easy strike call for Holmes as he took a hack at it and did get a piece of it. 1-2 count. Next pitch. That one's going to be down low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one got past Holder. Nobody on base, so no damage done, no harm, no foul. 2-2 count now to Cochran with 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 pitch on the way. That's hit into center field. And making the diving catch, Milo Marsh. What a play by Marsh out in center as he dove to the ground, and that's a risk-reward type of thing there, as he was able to get that thing in his glove and held it up and said, I got it. The danger with that, though, is if he doesn't get it, that thing's bouncing a little bit further and maybe extra bases. But it's an out, so good play by Marsh. That brings up number 14, Aiden Olive. First pitch outside corner, strike 1. Aiden Olive has a .231 batting average on the season, 11 runs, 6 hits, 9 RBIs. He struck out 4 times. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Looked like a curveball there. That thing moved from left to right. 0-2 count to Olive. 2 outs, nobody on for the Maniacs. Next pitch on the way. And Olive thought about not trying to swing at that one, and he did, and fouls it back. That was another nice-looking pitch from Holmes. 0-2 count now to Olive. 71 total pitches for Wyatt Holmes here, top of the 5th inning. 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing, and that's going to be a ground ball. It's going to get out to... Oh, it's going to get out to Brock Anderson. And Aiden Olive just barely beats the throw. That was a close play at first. And that ball took just enough time to get out there that they couldn't get the throw down in time. So the no-hitter gone for Holmes as he had a no-hitter going all the way into the 5th. 1 hit for the Maniacs now. Runner on first with 2 outs. Emmett Lilly, I believe, at the plate, struck out his first at bat. Going to try the pickoff down to first. They do not get it. Olive is back in time. He didn't have too big of a lead. On deck, it's the bottom of the order, Easton Schneider. I do believe, unless they've had a change there. Doesn't look like. Yeah, it is different. Now they're going to try to throw off. They're going to try the throw. Yeah, they get him down at second base. Nice throw from Holder. As they get they catch him stealing. And that will retire the sides. There was one hit for the Maniacs. No runs, though. No errors and nobody left on base. It is St. Mary's still leading 4-0 into the bottom of the fifth inning. Top of the order for St. Mary's with Trace Wicks come to the plate when we return.
Triple X Feeds in St. Mary's is your one-stop farm and garden shop. Everything from pet supplies to livestock feeds and supplies, Triple X Feeds has it. Horse supplies, they have that also. From saddle pads to bridles, Triple X Feeds can set you up. Triple X Feeds now has hay and alfalfa in stock as well as straw. Triple X Feeds, located at 130 East College Avenue in St. Mary's, open 8 to 5:30 weekdays and 9 to 5 on Saturdays. Triple X Feeds, a proud Lumberjack sports broadcast sponsor.
St. Mary's Realty is a St. Mary's icon. Why? Because they are a team. They work for you. And they've been a team for many years. Whether you are buying your first home, looking for a recreational cabin, or selling your current home, St. Mary's Realty puts their team on it for you. So stop in or give them a call today at 245-4502 and let their team be your team. That's St. Mary's Realty at 726 Main Avenue, St. Mary's.
And we are back. Trace Wicks, top of the order for the Lumberjacks. St. Mary's leads at 4-0 here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Strikeout, swinging, and a ground out for Wicks. That pitch is behind him, ball one. Maniacs made a pitching change, bottom of the fourth. They've got Dash Barlow on the mound now for Orofino, at ERA of 1.11. Next pitch is going to be swung on and fouled off. One ball, one strike now to Wicks. Wicks steps back in, ready to go. One ball, one strike. Barlow's next pitch. Down low. 2 balls and a strike now to Wicks. Two-one pitch on the way. That one was in on the hand. He's going to take a swing at it. It's going to be a little bit of a ground ball. Wicks is safe. He just beats the throw out to second. He was going all out and makes it down to the bag. Had 2 plays like that, one for each team right there where it's been bang, bang at the bag, and each time it's been in favor of the offensive player, just barely making it. That'll bring up Brock Anderson, ground out and reached on an error. No outs, runner on first for the Lumberjacks. Barlow, a little feint to first, gets Wicks to get back to the bag. Now Barlow resets up on the mound, looks into Naranjo, gets his signals, checks first, now sets up. The pitch on the way to Anderson, high and inside. And we're going to get a stolen base by Wicks. He slides into second. And Wicks a little slow to get up. Hopefully he is all right. We'll take a quick break while they check on him.
When life throws you a curveball, your P1FCU debit account can help keep you moving. P1FCU Perks, powered by Bazing, offers great features like money-saving discounts, cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and cash back. This card saves you money. Does your debit card do that? P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. Only available with P1FCU preferred debit accounts. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary's.
Now we are back. Wicks is up and ready to go on second. Takes his lead. Looks okay. Coach Teff went out and checked on him. Going to get a nice bunt laid down by Brock Anderson. See if we can get it is going to be a sacrifice bunt, but it was a nice one, and it'll get the runner advanced to third. Perfect bunt dropped right in front of the base by Anderson. So that bring up Wyatt Holmes. Hit a single his last at bat. First pitch is outside, ball one. He was walked his first at bat, singled his second at bat. On deck for Lumberjacks is Dylan Larson. One out for St. Mary's, runner on third. Next pitch on the way. Outside corner, yes it is. Strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch on the way. Down low. 2 balls and a strike now. Dash Barlow has a total of 19 pitches in his early time on the mound. 12 strikes, 7 balls thrown. 2-1 count. Pitch on the way. Low and outside. Nice stop again by Naranjo behind home plate for the Maniacs. 3 balls and a strike now to Holmes. Barlow's 3-1 pitch on the way. That just misses up high. Ball 4. That was a pretty good-looking pitch, but I think it was just high enough. That'll bring up Dylan Larson with runners at the corners for St. Mary's and 1 out. Larson with a fly out and a double in his first 2 at-bats. A double would be another one here. That double for him was hit out into left field. But this is his first time facing Barlow, and you're going to take a first pitch as a called strike 1. Outside corner on that one. Coach Teft giving his signals from his spot down on third base. 0-1 count to Larson. Runners take their lead. Barlow takes a look to first. Pitch on the way. That one's going to... They're going to call that as a ball. It hit Larson, but they call it a ball.
There, Plunkett. There you go. Hit it hard.
1-1 count to Larson. Throw over to first is not in time. I think they had something like that happen in Kellogg. Coach Teff was talking about, said that Renner got hit by a pitch, and the umpire told him to stay there and didn't let him advance to first. Told him that he didn't try to get out of the way good enough. So we get a ball 2 on that next pitch. Wyatt Holmes with the stolen base. They tried to throw it down to second or third to keep the runner at third. Wick's able to get back in time. So 2 runners in scoring position for the Lumberjacks. Holmes at second, Wicks at third. 1 out. Larson with a 2-ball, 1 strike count. And that is hit into deep left. That's carrying. That is going to be a home run for the senior, I do believe. A 2-run homer for the senior Dylan Larson in the deep left field. Nice hit by Larson. So 3 runs across for the Lumberjacks off that home run. St. Mary's leads at 7-0 over the Maniacs here, bottom of the 5th. This umpire's being kind of strict there. Lumberjacks all wanted to come out and congratulate Larson as he was coming across the plate, and he told them to get back to the dugout. That'll bring up Tyler Olson with the bases clear and 1 out. First pitch high and outside. That's the first home run of the season for the Lumberjacks. St. Mary's having a heck of a game so far here today. That pitch going to be a swing and a foul ball to Olson. That one dropped right late at the end. Might have been a ball if he had let it go by, but he does try to take a hack at that one as he probably got fooled by the way it looked. 1 ball, 1 strike to Olson. Next pitch on the way. That is hit into right field. Let's see. It's going to be caught by Easton Schneider, the right fielder. This is a good poke by Tyler Olson. Just couldn't quite get it into the perfect spot to drop. That's 2 outs for the Lumberjacks. It'll bring up Riley Abel. Grounded out his first bat, doubled in his second at bat. He's the designated hitter. On deck will be Sean Hunter for the Lumberjacks. St. Mary's has 6 hits so far in this game. First pitch to Abel. Going to be a called strike. I wasn't sure if it was going to be high or not because it did look a little bit high in the zone, but umpire says strike 1. I accidentally put it down as a ball. 0-1 count to Abel. That one's fouled off. Strike 2. 0-2 count to Abel. Hopefully somebody will go track that ball down for Larson. That pitch is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Riley Abel. Next pitch. That's inside corner. Strike 3, and he's going to get him looking. So Lumberjacks do come up with 3 runs on 2 hits. One of them was a big home run by the senior Dylan Larson. Nobody left on base, no errors. St. Mary's leads at 7-0 into the top of the 6th inning, and it will be, I believe, Emmett Lilly leading off when we return.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? Do you need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home, shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
And we are back. Another event coming up in St. Mary's is going to be the Chamber of Commerce's Spring Fling, and that'll be held at the Elks Lodge on April the 29th. Social hour will begin at 5, dinner and auction at 6. $25 per person. Tickets are available at Blue Goose, Ships and Grind as well. They'll be honoring Business of the Year 208 Bakery, Organization of the Year, American Legion Post 25, Person of the Year, Jim Schubert. That's the Chamber of Commerce's Spring Fling on the 29th at the Elks Lodge. First pitch to Emmett Lilly is a high fly ball. It's foul, and not quite able to get the catch is Holder, as that thing was hit way up there. It will be nothing more than a strike 1 for Lilly. Lilly struck out swinging his first at bat. The Maniacs just barely on their second go-around here. Lilly bat in that number 8 slot. I think he was at bat in the top in that last inning, and I think they got the pick off at second base. That pitch going to be a called strike outside corner. 0-2 count now to Lilly. Haven't heard any updates on the girls' game. That was going to be a reach for that one. That might have been a ball. He does poke it out to the second baseman as Brock Anderson able to make the easy catch for the fly out. So 1 down. That'll bring up Easton Schneider batting in the number 9 slot for the Maniacs. He struck out swinging in his first at bat, and they'll be back to the top of the order. Holmes with 75 pitches so far. First pitch looks good. Outside corner, strike 1. That outside corner has been good, really, for most of the pitchers today. They've been able to paint that outside corner fairly well. Next pitch. That one was inside, left it a little bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike to Schneider. Next pitch on the way to Schneider. That one's going to come in a little bit low. 2 balls and a strike to Schneider. 1 out, nobody on for the Maniacs. St. Mary's leads 7-0, top of the 6th inning. Next pitch on the way. That is hit out to the shortstop, actually. It looked like it might have been a little bit deeper than that, but Trace Wicks able to get underneath it for the fly out to the shortstop. So 2 down. Silas Naranjo up. Naranjo, top of the order, ground out and a fly out for him. First pitch to Naranjo. That one's going to come across high. 1 ball, no strikes. Bodie Howell on deck for the Maniacs. Dash Barlow in the hole. Pitch on the way. Outside corner again. I thought it might be high, but it's strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Naranjo, one of the shorter guys on the Maniacs, he poses a little bit of an issue as far as strike zone is concerned just because of his stature. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one misses. That's that one pitch that he rung up a couple of guys on looking, but that one gets away from him just a little bit. 2 balls and a strike now to Naranjo. Nobody on and 1 out. No, 2 outs for Orofino. Pitch on the way. That one over the head of Naranjo almost. Ball 3. 3 balls and a strike now. Three 3-1 count. Pitch on the way. That one was a nice pitch, but a little low over the plate. That'll be a walk. I think it's the second walk on the game. So just 2 walks to 10 strikeouts for Holmes on the mound so far. And it's a 1-hitter for him. Bodie Howell, I believe that's still Bodie. We'll wait for the first pitch if he throw to first, not in time. It is Bodie Howell. Strikeout looking and a strikeout swinging for him in his first 2 at-bats. He's batting that number 2 slot. Dash Barlow on deck. That one is going to be wide. Second base, I'm going to call it a wild pitch, as that one went wide of Dylan Holder. So a runner in scoring position for the Maniacs as they try to get something going here in the top of the 6th inning. Bodie Howell with a 1 ball, no strike count with 2 outs to the Maniacs. Next pitch. High. I think maybe a little outside. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to Howell. Again, just a tad high again. 3 balls, no strikes. Calls time. Umpire, the third base coach for Orofino, wanted to get a count from him. 3-0 is the count to Bodie Howell with 2 outs and a runner on second base. That's Naranjo over at second. Holmes, the pitch on the way. That was a nice-looking pitch. That thing looked like a changeup or an off-speed pitch as it froze Bodie Howell. 3 balls, 1 strike now. And, of course, Bodie is up in the count, 3 balls and a strike, so he can afford to take one as well. 3-1 pitch on the way. Swing to miss. Strike 2. As Holmes tries to work his way back into the count from the mound. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Let's see if Holmes can work his way back to a strikeout. Pitch on the way, and he does. Gets him to swing. And it's a no run, no hit, no error, and 1 left on base inning for the Maniacs as they do get their first. I think that first hit was that was the last inning. But the Maniacs have left 2 stranded. They left 1 in that inning. Bottom of the 6th, it's St. Mary's leading 7-0, and we're in the bottom of the order. It'll be Sean Hunter leading off for St. Mary's when we return. When we return.
With stage 1 and 2 of the sports complex nearly complete, the Lumberjack Booster Club thanks Archie's IGA, Shift and Grind, and the St. Mary's community for their fundraising efforts and continued support in making this sports complex come to life. The next stage will be the sprinkler system. The Booster Club is looking for new members. If you have kids in high school or soon entering high school, now is the time to get involved with the Booster Club. For more information on how you can help with the sports complex or questions about becoming a member, contact Donnie Masterson at 208-582-1802 or by email at golumberjacks@gmail.com. And as always, go Lumberjacks!
And we're back. We'll see if we can get you that Stamp Out Hunger information real quick. We'll start over on that. Saturday, May the 14th, will be the 29th year that the National Association of Letter Carriers, supported by the United States Postal Service, promotes one of America's great days of giving. It's the National Association of Letter Carriers Stamp Out Hunger campaign. Participation in this is simple. Just leave a non-perishable food donation in the bag by your mailbox, and your letter carrier will do the rest. You can also drop your donation off at the post office. They will have a barrel located in the lobby for your convenience. They thank you for your generosity, and they look forward to working together to help stamp out hunger. That's a promotion coming up for the St. Mary's Postal Service. Leading off for the Lumberjacks, it is Sean Hunter in the number 7 slot. Colby Renner will be on deck with Dylan Holder in the hole. Ground out and a strikeout swinging for Hunter. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. Haven't seen any updates on the girls' games. That's going to be swung on, fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike. I'm pretty sure the girls won the first game. I don't know if they were how the second game went or is going. One count to Hunter. Bottom of the 6th inning. Barlow pitch on the way. That was a nice-looking pitch. It might have been kind of high, but he wasn't going to take a chance with that one. That one gets fouled straight back. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Hunter with no outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the 6th. Next pitch from Hunter to Hunter on the way. That one, that was kind of like one of those pitches that Holmes has had, and going to get him looking on a strike 3. 1 out. That'll bring up Colby Renner batting in the number 8 slot for St. Mary's. On deck is Dylan Holder. Renner has struck out swinging in his first 2 at-bats. That was a nice-looking pitch. Renner lets it go by, strike 1. This game doesn't matter a whole lot as far as league is considered. The Maniacs already have the league title wrapped up with a 4-1 league record. That pitch is going to be a ground ball right to the second baseman, though. The throw is not going to be, what are they going to, they're going to call him safe. I'm going to have to give the air, I think, to Drobish, but I almost thought Drobish regathered that ball in time, but they say no. So Colby Renner gets over to first on the air. Got a little warning from the umpire as I guess he threw his bat. First pitch to Dylan Holder is up high. Ump was telling Coach Teft what he was talking to him about, and Teft said, yeah, he does it in PE as well. 1 ball, no strikes to Holder, 1 out, and a runner on first for the Lumberjacks. That pitch up high. 2 balls, no strikes. On deck for St. Mary's will be the top of the order with Trace Wicks. Don't forget also that the Hughes Ace Hardware, their dirt cheap sale going on today. 2 ball pitch on the way, and that's going to be high, and ball 3 to Holder. 41 pitches thrown by Barlow since he's been in. 24 strikes, 17 balls. He takes a look over to first base. The pitch on the way. That looked like a good pitch. It's going to be a called strike 1. So right now is the time to get over to Ace Hardware and get all the potting soil and dirt and stuff you need, fertilizer, everything you need to get your gardening season underway. 3 balls, 1 strike, and that's going to be hit high, and I guess it's going to be No, it's not going to be foul. It's going to be the second baseman, Stephen Bradbury, coming over to make the catch on the fly out. Renner held up at first. That'll bring up Trace Wicks with 2 outs. He did it a single his last at bat. Grounded out in his first, struck out swinging in his first. 2 outs, and Renner sitting at first base for the Lumberjacks. First pitch from Barlow, outside corner, strike one. Oh, 1 count to Wicks. Barlow's pitch on the way. That looked like the same spot, but it's going to be a little lower. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Wicks. 2 outs, runner at first for the St. Mary's Lumberjacks. Bottom of the 6th inning, St. Mary's leads at 7-0 over the Maniacs. Barlow checks first. Now the pitch on the way. Swing and a foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Trace Wicks. One, 2 count to Wicks. That pitch is going to stay high. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Wicks. Once again, it's a doubleheader today. We will not be broadcasting game 2, though. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Wicks. Pitch on the way, and he's going to line drive that one. Oh, and it was right into the glove. Stephen Bradbury tried to make the catch, and it was a good attempt by him. I'm going to call it a base hit on the line drive, as that was hit hard, and Bradbury had to try to elevate to get it, and it just comes out. Couldn't quite hold on to it. So with 2 outs, the Lumberjacks have runners at first and second. Brock Anderson is up to bat. Had a ground out, reached on an error, and then a nice sacrifice bunt in his last at bat. Now he's got to put the bat on the ball in this one. That pitch is going to miss outside for ball 1 to Anderson. I think this is his 3rd game back. Good to see him back playing. He was dealing with, I think it was an elbow issue. 1-0 count to Anderson. Takes a swing. I think he got, oh, maybe he didn't get a piece of it. Maybe it caught just part of the catcher. It's going to be a strike either way. 1 ball, 1 strike. Anderson, just a sophomore, but been playing a lot of Legion ball and everything else, so he's playing really good. That one's going to be fouled back, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Anderson. So those years when we didn't get any baseball due to COVID, he has played Legion ball, so he was a little bit ahead of some of the others. One ball, 2 strikes to Anderson. 2 outs, runners on first and second for St. Mary's. Bottom of the 6th, Lumberjacks lead 7-0 over Orofino. Next pitch, swing and a miss, but it dropped third. I thought with the base being occupied that it wouldn't be a drop third. I'm going to just give it as a strike 3. And that will retire the sides. There was no runs on 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left on base for the Lumberjacks. St. Mary's leads 7-0 into the top of the 7th inning. St. Mary's 3 outs away from the win, and it will be Dash Barlow leading off when we return.
Some people select their grocery items with an eye on every cent they spend. Some people don't. But if you don't happen to be a millionaire, you'll appreciate Archie's IGA. At Archie's IGA, prices are always lower. You might even say significantly lower. Archie's quality and selection is consistently better, and put them together and you get a greater satisfaction in meats, produce, baked goods, and all the rest. Find out for yourself the difference shopping at Archie's IGA makes. Do it today. That's Archie's IGA, your hometown proud grocer.
Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is a proud Lumberjack supporter because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau Insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life, plus they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown teams. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's.
And we are back. Lumberjacks lead at 7-0. They just need 3 outs here to get the win. It's got to be one of the best games that I think the game in, that was hit right back, right straight. The shortstop, Wicks, gets over to scoop it up. The throw to first in time. So great defensive play by the Lumberjacks on a hard hit grounder. And that was a hard hit ball. It just barely scooted past Wyatt Holmes and right to the glove of Wicks as he tracked it down, gets the throw to first. So that'll be out number 1 and brings up Stephen Bradbury. Lumberjacks, I think, starting to kind of come into a groove in this season as it's gone on. Like I said, they've played far less games than Orofino and than most of their opponents as well. That next pitch is swung, or first pitch to Bradbury is swung on for strike 1. Bradbury with a strikeout and a ground out. That pitch, I believe, misses high for ball 1. The Lumberjacks in their last 3 games have really started to show signs of life, batting and stuff, so they're starting to come along at the right time. That is going to be possibly a base hit. That's going to drop in front of Renner, and that will be a base hit for the Maniacs as they get a man on. It's only the second hit of the game. Kind of a line drive out there. Renner did the right thing and charged up on it, just let it get the 1 hop, scoop it, and throw it in to keep the runner at first. So 1 down, runner at first for Orofino. Nick Drobish to the plate. He is a strikeout swinging and a strikeout looking. On deck is Loudon Cochran. In the hole is Aiden Olive. That pitch left a little high. 1 ball, no strikes to Drobish. So that's only the second hit of the game. Holmes would like to complete this game. He's at 95 pitches right now, though. I think they're allowed 110. That pitch is low for ball 2. So he's got about 9 pitches left in him, I think. With 1 out. Next pitch. Inside corner. I thought it might be, but I had to wait, of course. Strike 1. 2 balls and a strike to Drobish. Wyatt had been working that outside corner quite a bit through the game. That one he took inside on him. That one is going to be fouled off. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Drobish. 1 out, runner on first for the Maniacs. Maniacs trail 7-0 to St. Mary's, so they got a big hole to come out of here. Anything can happen in high school baseball, though. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch, that one's going to be high and outside. Runs the count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count. Pitch on the way. Ground ball. It's going to be out into left field. That will be a base hit for the Maniacs. Larson thought about trying to get to it, but he had a runner that was going to come around, so he decided not to try to cut it off and let that get out where I think maybe Riley Abel is out in left field now. Maybe they made a switch just to give him that. That hit is into center field, and it's a 1-hopper. Will it bring a run across? It will. They're going to try to throw, and it won't be in time. So a nice single there by Cochran into center field, and the Maniacs starting to get a little bit of bat activity going. And runners at first and second. So Coach Teff going to call the infield in for a quick meeting. 1 run across for the Maniacs, top of the 7th inning. St. Mary's leads at 7-1 with 1 out. You're listening to the home of Lumberjack Sports, 1240 KOFE, St. Mary's. Aiden Olive will be at bat. He singled his first at bat. Holmes is at 101 pitches, I do believe, if my pitch count is correct. I am not the official count, of course. And we are actually going to see a change on the mound for the Lumberjacks. That is Trace Wicks going to come to pitch. So we will take a quick break while Wicks gets his warm-up in.
When was the last time you had great Mexican food? I mean, really great. Has it been a while? Well, grab the kids and head to Casa de Oro for dinner tonight. Casa de Oro has fantastic burritos, tacos, and chimneys, not to mention fajita and shrimp dishes. Little Johnny doesn't like Mexican food? Well, don't worry. Casa de Oro also has an American menu as well. Dinner and lunch a la fresca. Great service and margaritas with a kick. Casa de Oro, it's what's happening for dinner tonight. Casa de Oro on Golf Course Drive in St. Mary's.
Tax time is here again. I know. It's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care, so you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Now we are back, and I think Holmes was really hoping to get the complete game in, but he was at 101 pitches, I do believe it was. He will go over to shortstop and take Wicks' place there. He does finish with 11 strikeouts on the day, though, so a great day for Holmes through the first 6 and a part of the 7th inning. First pitch to Aiden Olive was going to be a called strike. So Trace Wicks has a earned run average of 1.31. 9 hits, 14 runs. 2 of those are earned. That ball is going to be hit deep left. And coming over making the catch is, I think it's Riley Abel who's out there. I want to make a change. Put him there. Fly ball out to left field. So 2 down for the Maniacs now. I'll bring up, I believe it's Emmett Lilly. 24 batters faced. Wicks has not had any strikeouts. So 2 down. Runners on first and second for Orofino. They've plated 1 run here in the top of the 7th. Needs 6 more to tie it up. That pitch inside corner, strike 1 to Lilly. Lilly flew out his last at bat, struck out swinging in his first. And we're going to get time called. Real quick by the umpire, I'm not sure. Oh, 1 count to Lilly. The pitch on the way. That is a fly ball that I think is into foul territory. And Dylan Holder makes a charging attempt to it. He almost comes through the backstop netting here as he tries to get that one. It's going to be foul ball, strike 2. Nice hustle by Holder from behind home plate. 0-2 count to Lilly. Runners at first and second for the Maniacs. They've got 2 outs. 1 more out will end the game here in the top of the 7th. Everybody's resetting, getting ready for the next pitch from Wicks. He looks over to second base, checks to Holder, now looks second again. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and that'll be his first strikeout of the season, and that will retire the sides and end the game. Lumberjacks come away with a 7-1 win over the Maniacs here in Game 1. We'll take a quick break, and we'll take a look at the numbers.
It's time to reimagine the off-road experience because Yamaha has reimagined the side-by-side. Available in either 2- or 4-seat models, the Wolverine RMAX 1000 lineup features a 999cc parallel twin-engine, aggressive tires, and an automotive-style cabin. Select models include adjustable suspension, optimized power delivery, and an integrated Yamaha Adventure Pro navigation system, and much more. Find your Wolverine RMAX 1000 at St. Mary's Son Cycle or YamahaMotorsports.com. It's time to get out there and realize your adventure with a Yamaha.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings. But it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff, and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the hot deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
Is your rig's check engine light on? Idling a little rough? Time for an oil change. Maybe you need tires. Stop by Jim's Auto Repair and Tire Pros. Jim's Auto Repair can take care of your automotive needs fast. If you have a dead battery, Jim's Auto Repair and Tire Pros can set you up with a great AC Delco battery. Did we mention tires? Jim's Auto Repair is an authorized Tire Pros dealer and can get you a great deal on tires for your rig. Locations in St. Mary's and Plummer. Jim's Auto and 95 Tires. Give them a call, 208-686-0425, 208-686-0425, or stop by today. Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night, or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need, from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler dropped in the toilet, to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goal. Hughes Ace Hardware is the place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time.
Jack Fuel Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses, and most importantly, people. Jacksonville Trucking believes in responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, when you take a close look, those aren't just chips. They're an entire community. Jacksonville Trucking.
At Good Neighbor Pharmacy, we're committed to being your good neighbor.
Good Neighbor Pharmacy is an independent network of over 3,000 pharmacies throughout the United States, giving us the buying power to compete with the chain stores.
We'll fill your prescription quickly and safely, and you're supporting a locally owned pharmacy.
Your copays are the same wherever you go. Why not come and visit your locally owned pharmacy professionals?
Jack's Pharmacy is your Good Neighbor Pharmacy here in St. Mary's. Come in and say hi. Jack's Pharmacy.
Now we are back. Tim Parrish here at the St. Mary's American Legion ball field as Lumberjacks come up with a 7-1 win over the Maniacs in Game 1. This one counted towards league play. It didn't really change anything as far as the Maniacs being the league champions, but it was nice for Lumberjacks to get that league win. They're starting to show that they're getting their bats going, and it was just a great game overall for the Lumberjacks. They didn't commit any errors. They had a heck of a day at the mound by Trace Wicks. The bats were pretty good. I'll give you those numbers in a little bit. And, I mean, that was probably the best game of the season for St. Mary's as far as things go. Like I said, I don't know the stats from that Kellogg game. That one was a close game. St. Mary's fell 12-11 in that one, but this one was a win for them and just a dang near perfect game for the Lumberjacks. So here's how the box score looks. The Maniacs went scoreless all the way through the 7th inning where they finally got one run across. They did have 4 hits in the end, 3 errors that they committed, and they left 4 runners on base. For the Lumberjacks, they played at 4 runs in the 4th inning in a pretty good inning at the bat for them. 5th inning, they had a 3-run home run hit by senior Dylan Larson, and that gave them that 7-0 lead in the bottom of the 5th inning. Both teams scoreless in the bottom of the 6th. Like I said, the Maniacs plated 1 in the top of the 7th, but St. Mary's able to get to 3 outs and didn't have to bat in the bottom of the 7th. So St. Mary's comes up with 7 runs, 7 hits, no errors, and 4 left on base for them. Take a look at the team's batting. St. Mary's batted .269 on the game. Trace Wicks, he had 1 run on 2 hits. Both of those were singles. Brock Anderson, he did not get a hit today, but he did have 1 run as he got on base with a walk. He reached on an error early on. Wyatt Holmes, he went 1 for 3 at the plate. He had 2 runs on 1 hit. That was a single. He batted 1,000. His batting average was perfect because I think he walked in one of his at-bats. So Dylan Larson, he went 2 runs, 2 hits, one of those a double, one of those a home run, and he had 5 RBIs in the game. He batted .667. Tyler Olson batted .333 with a run on 1 hit. His was a single. Riley Abel had 1 hit, and he had that was a double for him and an RBI. He batted .333, and that is the batting numbers for the Lumberjacks. Fielding, St. Mary's, perfect, 1,000% on their fielding percentage, 21 putouts, and I think it was total chances. It doesn't show that on here. For them, they did get one runner caught stealing too, so one pickoff that actually went through for them. And Wyatt Holmes will get the win here today. He pitched for six and a third innings. He threw 24, or he had 24 batters faced, threw 36 balls, 65 strikes, had 101 total pitches, just one run across. It was an earned run. His earned run average in the game was 1.11. He had 11 strikeouts on the day, and he just had 2 walks, so a very good game for Holmes. 3 strikeouts looking and 8 strikeouts swinging in that one. Trace Wicks, he did come into the mound to finish things up in the in the 7th inning, and he recorded his first strikeout of the season, so good job for him. For the Orofino Maniacs, they batted just 167 on the day as their leading batter. They had one guy that batted 500. That was Aiden Olive, and then 3 guys at 333, Stephen Bradbury, Nick Drobish, and Loudon Cochran. Fielding, 885 for the Maniacs. They ended up with, I think, 3 errors on the day. And pitching, Tristan Erbst gets the loss. He started out in the game. He went for 3 innings. He faced 15 batters. He had 21 balls, 26 strikes, 47 total pitches. Earned run average of 7 as he had 3 earned runs in the game. 4 strikeouts for him, 1 looking, 3 swinging. He walked 1 batter. Dash Barlow came in of relief of him in the top of the 3rd inning, I do believe it was, or in the 3rd inning. And he faced 14 batters, 20 balls, 32 strikes for a total of 52 pitches. He had 3 runs. All 3 were earned. So he ended up with an earned run average of 7 as well. He had 5 strikeouts, 3 looking, 2 swinging, and he had 1 walk as well. So that's going to do it here from the Legion ball field. We're not going to carry the second game of the day, as it still counts towards leagues or overall standings and that. It does count as a varsity game, but they typically play a lot of the younger players in those games just because it doesn't have much of other meaning to it. So we're not going to carry that game. We'll probably stay here to watch most of that game, though. So if you're not doing anything, nice day to come down and watch some Lumberjack baseball here at the American Legion Ballpark. Did not ever get any updates on the girls' game, so I think they won the first game. I don't know what happened in the second game, so I can't give you any information on that. But that's going to wrap it up here from the Legion ball field here in St. Mary's. We hope everybody has a great rest of your day and the rest of your weekend. Don't forget about the Ace Hardware Dirt Cheap Sale going on today and tomorrow. Get all of your dirt for gardening. I think they even have fertilizer on sale. They've just got everything going as spring starts to ramp up here over this, next few days. So get over to Ace Hardware as well to get some stuff for your gardening needs. In any case, we are done here. For Coffee Radio, I'm Tim Parrish. Have a great rest of your weekend.
You've been listening to another production of Lumberjack Sports on KOFE 1240 St. Mary's, your Lumberjack Sports Network. We thank you for tuning in and hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We also want to thank our Lumberjack Sports broadcast sponsors and hope you'll do the same. Without them, these broadcasts wouldn't be possible. Until next time, same as always, go Lumberjacks!